as mighty armies clash in a struggle for total domination.
And welcome back, everybody. It is a very post-Zero Christmas. Jack with his festive spirit, and I know he's very, very giddy for things that I don't know what
No.
exactly is going on, and I don't know. Yeah, Stripper, good to see you. Merry effing Christmas, man. And X Runner, Merry Christmas, man. Good to see everybody here. Are we Pearl Maxing?
No. No.
King trust issues. Good Merry Christmas. I wish we had more people with us today, but I think everybody's out and busy, man. Jack, how you doing, dude?
Oh, I'm doing great. The job's still awesome. It really is. We hit 930 on Substack, which I'm very happy about. The latest article is out now. If you had a magic wand, about the concept about a guy visualizing his life how he wants it to be, with the exception of changing the behaviors of others, him getting to think about that. Ryan gave me some good feedback on it, which I'm very, very happy about, for future writing. The YouTube's going strong. Been learning a lot about thumbnails and titles. Everything's good on my end, actually. I've already pre-ordered that new Lego dragon. So yes, we're gonna do a live building of it. It's gonna be members only, though. A little bit of maybe a bit of a dick move, but I also have to think about like the rest of the YouTube algorithm. But those building streams are more like for the hardcore audience. So we're gonna do that. It's gonna be a 2-hour, 3-hour stream because I built the Dungeons and Dragons dragon. I built that one for memberships. And Lego announced a new 2025 castle in the summer, so that's gonna be fucking awesome.
Hell yeah.
And learning Black Knight by Deep Purple. And I'm learning the up and down strokes when it comes to single notes. So it's been busy. I've been busy. How have you been?
Good, man. Good. The wife and I pretty much celebrated our Christmas a little bit early. She got me my Christmas present already, which is the GoPro 13, as I showed you off air. So much like you, for members only, if you become a member of my channel, which you're on right now for $2.99 a month, you could see all the live videos I'm going to shoot with this thing. Whereas if you remember right now, then you saw the videos I shot with this thing, which is like a almost 10-year-old GoPro. The video quality was there, not the best, not the worst. The audio quality definitely could be better, but tell you what, the GoPro 13 is going to be the way. I just got to get a big SSD card that's V30, I think they call it, to properly store videos and record them and everything. So everybody can basically relive the A Common Crown experience if they become a member. And I got my wife a little a glass thingy with that has etched into it pictures of our dogs, and it has our names underneath of it, and it rotates. So I think I turned it on this morning. So it's sitting downstairs on one of our stands, just spinning with our dogs in it. It's super nice. But I haven't really told anybody about this, but Sarah got a advent calendar that was a Star Wars Lego advent calendar. So yeah. So we've been taking our turns building the different Lego sets, and it's not like these enormous ones, but like they had the AT-AT, different droids and different ships all throughout the Star Wars series, the Jawa, the giant not like tank, but whatever you want to call it, the giant machine that they roll around in. And there's still 3 days left of it. So cool stuff all around, man. I hate this time of year because of the cold, but the cheeriness in the air kind of, makes me happy. I missed my my bass player and singer host a pajama party at their either at their house, but they did it at their bar. I'm so upset we couldn't go Friday night because Sarah had to work, so I had to work as well, so we couldn't leave our dogs in their beds all day. But Yeah, man, life is good. Life is really good lately.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of pajamas, like my work had this Christmas gift thing online where you get 100 points or whatever, and you could
Yeah.
like pick a gift. And they had like this oversized fleece hoodie. Now, as people know, I get freaking cold in the Netherlands, and yes, Ryan's gonna be like, "Oh, you're a pussy," which like he's not wrong. I would not survive Canada. I would not survive.
I wouldn't either.
But
Don't feel bad.
I saw this hoodie, and I'm like, it's probably gonna be like way too small or whatever. But I mean, it's huge and it's comfortable and it looks stupid and I don't care because it's Christmas and I'm nice and warm. So
Yeah, I think this is your version of me going bald. Is that I don't give a shit how it looks. I'm doing it anyways.
oh yeah. Oh no, the hair is growing out nicely.
Yeah.
Like I think maybe 2 months and then I can finally get the haircut I want, but I had to grow it out. I already sent my barber what I want. He's like, yeah, good luck with that. And I'm like, what? It's like your hair's not long enough. It's like, okay, I'll grow it out more.
Keep
So
going.
keep going. Yeah, no, but I don't know, man. Like it's Christmas. I don't do if there's one day in the year I don't do anything, I drop I bury the hatchet. It's on Christmas.
Mm.
And maybe it sounds a bit goofy, but do you know the story about the Belgians and the Germans and the French on World War One?
No, I'm a little
So
bit of a historical retard. So
so apparently during Christmas, in the trenches in Europe,
yeah, the
during
Christmas truce.
the Christmas truce, where the Germans, the Belgians, and the French and the English laid down their weapons for Christmas to play football,
Mm,
soccer, as they know it in
that's
America.
right. Yeah.
Just because it was Christmas, they stopped shooting at each other. And I'm like, if those guys, after murdering each other, can lay down their weapons, so can we.
Mhm.
You know, so yeah. During Christmas, I'm in a good mood. I'm in a
Mhm.
good mood on Christmas.
Nice. Yeah. You know what? I'm kind of glad that as I've come up in the whole YouTube influencer world, not that I consider myself that at all. I'm just another fucking dude who likes to scream at his camera in his guitar room. Um I don't think there's anybody I have bad blood with that like, there's been no internet drama for me, no drama in reality. Like there's shit at my job that could always go better. I told you I have like a lemon truck sitting on my fucking rack right now, but like I don't know, not angry. I'm not an angry person. I don't have any grudges and I don't feel I can't think of anything that I could any kind of truces I need to call or anything like that. So I mean, I'm feeling it's good. Life is good. I'm going into 2025, and I think 2025 is gonna be a lot better than 2024, which 2024 was alright. The year started off a little bit rough for me, but, um, things definitely got better. The first month with totaling my car and then, Axton fucking up his paw real bad, that just kinda set the tone for the year to be pretty rough, but things got better, and then obviously, A Common Crown played a whole bunch of cool shows. I went to Florida twice, and Sarah and I went to Atlantic City to go see Kelly Clarkson. So I think there were definitely way more high points than there were low points throughout the year for me.
Good. That's
Yeah.
nice.
Well,
That's
you're
good.
you said you wanted to get to 1,000 on Substack, and you were very, very doubtful of it, but it seems like you're kind of hitting another upstroke right now.
Yes and no. 1,000 by New Year's is gonna be a stretch, and
Yeah, I
I
don't think
know that.
it
But
doesn't seem like that's in the cards, but it
no,
does sound like you're still trending upwards.
yeah, but looking at it, starting to write seriously as of March and doing one article every week since um I don't know when I started to do that. One every week, but not as long. Um and being English second language, having so many people enjoy my writing and getting compliments from people like Nick August and Ryan and Stripper, Dante, and all the other guys. that does mean a lot to me, where it's like, yes, you
You got to
know,
be doing something right.
yeah, I've got to be doing something right. Yes, I have an editor, Colbug, who helps me out with things. Like the Dutch grammar is way different from the English grammar, and there are every now and then there are sentences where it's like, yeah, you're not wrong, but a native English speaker wouldn't say it like that. The concepts, everything are striking, or hitting. How do I phrase that? Are relatable to people. So yeah, I am getting the confirmation that I'm doing a good thing, and I'm just happy about that.
Oh yeah,
Like
man.
I've seen people like who English is their first language, and
Mm.
I'm being kind of petty here, but I'm kicking their ass on Substack, and to me that's just like not gloating that I'm kicking their ass, but it's like, damn, I am doing a good thing.
I think it's because that's your second language, so you're a lot more attentive to your own errors. Like as a especially as somebody who lives in Pittsburgh of all fucking places, our accent is pretty, I don't want to say sloppy, but like there's definitely words and sentences that sound a little clunky when you compare it to like the rest of the country, which like every section of the country has its own like lingo.
Mhm.
Um, but I remember when you sent me over your one training article, and I didn't tear it apart. I didn't find anything that was particularly egregious. And like most of the stuff that I think I sent over to you as corrections was like, hey, a little grammar error here. This is my thought on this part. Maybe add this little bit here to make it more relatable for English audiences. But no, I think your writing's great. And I mean, I'm not one to really judge writing because I don't do a lot of writing, but um, obviously Nick would be somebody that you would want to give you a good commendation. Same with Ryan because he's an author. So, and then Stripper obviously too because he's doing really well on Substack. So, if all those
Mhm.
people are kind of giving you the thumbs up, then it's like, okay, well, all signs point to go. So just keep doing what you're doing, and then I think you'll probably hit your 1,000 in January and at the latest like February.
Yep. Yep. Probably. But I mean, I just need to keep on writing. I just need to keep writing,
Mm.
keep the topics relevant
Yeah.
is a big one, because the red pill doesn't go deep, but it does go wide, as Ryan says,
Right.
where it's like, well, these concepts at a certain point, the content will stop,
Yeah.
but then the application of the material, and that's where
Mhm.
it goes wide. What I am planning with the Substack, that the articles that had not been edited by Colebug, I want to rewrite them also because
Mhm.
I've got new ideas for them. Like Victim. Victim is my absolute favorite post of mine. The concept of it is my favorite. And I want to expand on it because there have been more of those types of situations, and there's more to say about them. And
Mhm.
even Patrice O'Neill talked about it. He called them, and Stripper can correct me on this one because I got it from Stripper. He called them bracket bitches. They're like
Mhm.
catfishes, where it's like catfishes love to be. Ha! Just keeping in the spirit of Nuke's Twitter, but um, catfishes dirty a tank, so to say. They feel the best when the tank is dirty.
Mhm.
They kind of need that to survive. So you can put a catfish in a very clean tank, it will be miserable. It will be absolutely miserable, and it will do everything it can to to make the tank dirty again.
Mhm.
And there is a type of woman that does that too, where it's like you can get them out of poverty, you can help them with anything you can imagine, but they will ruin a good thing because
Mhm.
of just internal self-doubt.
You could take the hoe out of the hood, but you can't take the hood out of the hoe.
Pretty much. Yeah, and I got this one from
Yeah.
Dante, a homeless man trapped in a hot girl's body. And that's where the whole concept came from, where it's like, no, that is an amazing concept, and I've known about it, I've seen it, and I'm like, yeah. So that is my favorite post, but it's also the one that if I would be 100% happy with it, will need the most work. Because
Mhm.
now I'm referencing a lot, like I'm referencing 48 Laws of Power, I'm referencing Practical Female Psychology, and I'm like, I'm not wrong there, but it would be even better if I can put more of my own spin on it,
Mhm.
kind of thing, like make it more my own.
Kind
And
of
it
like doing what Ryan did with the sidebar series,
Mhm.
where he kind of reviews the book, gives you an overview, recommends you read it, but though kind of like gives you a more practical breakdown. Like I thought that was the way he did that was very, very interesting.
Mhm.
Because like I said, it's you're supposed to read the book, but at the same time, you can get like a lot of the takeaways by listening to the way that Ryan talks about it. Then obviously he has his own way of putting things and teaching it versus where if you were to read No More Mr. Nice Guy, you're gonna get a completely like not different takeaway from it, but like there's a more serious tone to the book rather than like Ryan just kind of telling you about each chapter or like the different topics from it.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
But apologies. There we go.
No, no, that's all right.
I'm present. Don't worry. Yeah, I
No,
know
that's okay. Yeah,
that's a bit
my
rude
dad.
towards you. My apologies.
I know you're good. You're good. My dad said we speak redneck Pittsburghese. Yeah, that's right.
That's your dad?
Yeah, yeah. He drops in the chat every here and
Pleasure
there.
to meet you, sir. I hope you're not disappointed in your son for hanging out with weirdly dressed Dutch people like me. Like Kyle, like please explain this to me. The hippie and the Christmas hat.
Oh no, my dad. Listen, my dad's is in his profile picture sitting at a Woodland Resort in suspenders and a Matovic Automotive t-shirt or sweatshirt. So,
Oh, nice.
he's not much of one to judge. He's seen some of the people I hang out with, so he understands.
Carl
Um,
people are amazing. I grew up with them, so I
mhm.
know about.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we're just both. I'm definitely not as much a redneck as my dad. Whenever I try to like paint this picture to people, I'm like, my dad cuts pumpkins with a sawzall. Just so you're aware. Everybody else uses this little knife. My dad has a Milwaukee sawzall, cutting it all up. Putting the face in it and everything. So yeah.
Mm.
Hey, Marty. Merry
Marty.
Christmas. Yeah, we
Dicks,
had a
dicks,
lot of
dicks.
people in the chat. Yeah. Oh, dude, I've been saying that so much lately. Whenever somebody fucks me off or like I'm fucked off about something, I'm just like, dicks, dicks, dicks. They could eat
I
all the
I keep
dicks.
coming back to eat a dick. And I
Mhm.
even say that I even keep the English phrasing when I talk in Dutch, where it's like
Mm,
there was something going on in the gym, and one of the members was being an asshole, and blah blah blah. And we're talking to
yeah.
coworkers, like, yeah, I'm so sick and fucking tired of the guy. It's like, eat a dick. My coworkers look at me like, what? Eat a dick? Like, yeah, eat a dick. Choke on it for all I care. They were like, what the hell?
I love that term though. Like just throwing that out there. Just man, fucking eat a dick. Like it's
Yeah.
so it rolls off the tongue pretty well. So
Mhm.
there was we were talking a little bit off the show about a certain person who was freaking out about you and Ryan and just hearing Ryan talk.
Ah,
I was-
let's not. Let's
okay,
not.
yeah.
Oh,
I was just
that's between them. That's
mm.
between them. I have my opinion about it, and
Oh no, no, no. This is a completely separate thing about how he yelled at you and Ryan.
no.
Yeah,
Oh
okay.
well.
Yeah,
Oh
just Marty seemed like a very influential guy. You know what? I did enjoy our post zero among or the Among Us special that we did was that 2 weeks ago? Oh dude, I had a
Yeah,
blast.
yeah. It was 2 weeks ago, or was it last week?
No, it was 2 weeks ago because New coasted last week. And you know what? I gotta say I'm a little upset. I didn't watch that, but I saw um Archwinger dropped in the
Oh
chat.
yeah, Archringer dropped in again. That was so cool. The swimming lessons. What was it? They had they stayed out at night and they were like, yeah, no, we're gonna sit at home today. It's like,
Mm.
okay, cool. Let's see.
Oh, that's why he was there. I don't know particularly where he lives. I know he keeps talking about moving to Costa Rica, but yeah, I I,
There we go.
I am a little jealous. That would be pretty awesome.
There we go. Let me stripper check your DMs on Substack. Subbustaku.
I should apologize to Stripper because he sent me a message about As I Lay Dying, and I rarely check anything that isn't Twitter or Facebook. So I did get your DM. I know it was asking about As I Lay Dying, and I know Jack, you asked me about that as well, and I have not. It's not that I dislike them; it's just I never got into them.
No, the Tim Lambandis thing.
Tim LeBet, yeah, the whole fucking freaking out, dude. Those meltdown videos were bad.
Oh yeah.
There was the one on like the back porch where like he threw something at her and was like beating the shit out of himself. Like he does it multiple times. And there was the one good.
Well, I mean, it's a good case study for being a blue pill alpha because he is like he's the
Yeah.
front man of this band. He's this unit of a man. He's not
Yeah.
bad looking, like absolute fucking unit.
Yeah.
And then he does this shit.
He is screaming in a woman's face to love him. I'm like, dude. And it's like you got some problems and you really got to figure this out for yourself. Like, no matter how much that woman jumps on top of you and crawls all over you, you're not going to feel right, you know? Like, it's never going to be enough for you because you got some other issues. Like, I tell him to hit the gym, but clearly he does. I mean, like, the dude did steroids at one point. Like, I
Yeah.
think he was complaining about the steroids he got when he was in prison because they gave him like bitch tits or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, do
I
you remember
heard
that
about
story?
he had to get surgery and
Yeah, to get rid of the gynecomastia.
it's oof. But like I know about the gyno thing, but like what really is happening? Because I thought gyno mostly occurred when you weren't in shape and then took steroids to get in shape.
No, I think my understanding is that it can make you retain water in your nipples, and that's why they get real big. Not a bad looking guy, kind of
Mhm.
snarky as well. But yeah, like I think a lot of people there was this website called Natty or Not where they would like do these long descriptions of people whether or not they were like natty and would kind of give like it was actually always interesting reading about it because they would give you stats of people who were like back in the day on gear and said they were on gear, give their body weight and their body composition, and then would compare them to like what the person says they are. Like they did Natty or Not on Lane Norton. And I think they said that he was not natural. No, I think Lane's natural to be clear, but like
Mhm.
I can't remember who they compared him to, but um they would like give their weight, their height, their physique, and say like, "Oh, well, we think he's not natural based on like this person who was not natural," and basically like come to the conclusion through there. The reason why I'm saying all this is because like I remember they had pictures of the Hodge twins, and they said they weren't natural because in a picture of the Hodge twins, you could see they had gynecomastia.
Oof. Yeah, even the Hearts twins?
Yeah, I'll see if I can find this
Like,
article.
I've always had my doubts about those 2. Like, they've got great physiques, don't get me wrong, but I'm always like, "Hmm."
Yeah, the website's literally called nattyornot.com. Let me see. Um,
I am no longer natty. Look, creatine.
ah,
Natty status
ah,
revoked. Natty
yeah,
status revoked.
I am completely not natural
I
then.
am getting bigger though. Like upping the calories was a good choice. That was holy shit. Like finally
Ye
mentally stepping off that,
mm,
hey, stay under 170 pounds. Stay under that. I just let that go. And I'm still not 170. Still far from it. But I'm not as
like
strong as I
higher or
was.
lower?
Lower.
Okay, gotcha,
Like
gotcha.
I'm not as strong as I was at
Mm,
in like when I was 28, 29,
yeah,
but I look bigger. But I think like I was very focused on powerlifting back then, and now I'm way more focused on hypertrophy, like sets to failure, things like that. Like
nah,
I squatted 225 again,
mm,
5 by 5. Not gonna lie, I slept like shit that night. I really did, and it felt so heavy to the point where it's not even fun anymore. Know what I'm saying? Like you
yeah.
can have a heavy set and be like, "Yeah, that's awesome," but there was just a drag where it's like, "Oh my god, kill me."
Yeah, there's some days that it feels a lot harder than others. And the day I deadlifted 535 conventional, I remember when I did 500, I'm like, "Oh my that just flew up." Like it was nothing. I'm like, "I'm having a good day today." And then I went to 515 and it came up pretty easy. So I was like, "Okay, well, you know what? I've tried for 535 so many times and I could not get it. I put it on the bar and I remember when it started coming off the ground. I'm like, "Oh, I just have to keep going because I have it. I know I have it." And um, you could tell I struggled. I have a video of it, and it's funny because like the video I got of 500 and 515, they were like clear, but like for some reason the one at 535 came up like the frame rate was really low. But I was pulling on it, and it finally came up. And that normally I lower the weight, like I'll set it down. I don't just drop it. And that specific video of me doing 535, I dropped it. So this morning I slept like shit last night. Like I didn't go to bed till like 11 o'clock.
Oof.
And Axton, the fucking dog that was just over, I'm looking at him right now. Asshole. He was like eating his ass this morning, and I'm like,
Aw.
can you, like, it was so loud, it woke me up, and I was like, dude, stop. And at that point I was already up. It was like 4:15. So I mean, I set my alarm for like 6. I normally get up at 4:30, but like if I'm up super late on a weekend, I don't have to be up. I will sleep in a little bit. But I got up, I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm up now, so might as well get everything ready.
I feel like I'm missing a lot of progression because of my sleep. Like I don't even stripper.
Merry Christmas, gentlemen. How's it going?
Merry Christmas. Santa uses the chimney. Mrs. Claus works the pole.
it didn't click for me until Jack said it. Yeah, I understand about the whole when you miss sleep, sometimes it affects your training. Like for me, it really depends. Like if I sometimes like the quality of sleep for me matters much more than the volume. Like I felt like I slept pretty good last night, and for the last maybe like ever since I started on this more recent program of just 3 days a week, I wasn't eating before I worked out, and just to kind of like see if that mattered at all. And this morning, I think I told you earlier, I skipped my powerlifting day last week because I was traveling for a Common Crown, and I woke up Sunday morning and I was hungover as shit, even though I didn't even really drink that much. So I just didn't go to the gym last Sunday, which is normally my powerlifting day. I went this week and I ate this morning instead of fasting. So I had 50 grams of cream of rice with graham protein powder and egg whites, and my session felt a lot more productive. Like I felt a lot more amped up. So I think I'm just going to go back to eating before I go. So if I eat before I go to the gym, typically I'll walk on the treadmill for like 15 minutes to like a half hour and then go do my workout. I think I'm going to start doing that again just because it feels, for me, I feel better being a little topped off rather than fasting.
No, I get you, but it's like I sleep weird, like no mental stress, whatever. Everything in life is great, but I get into bed around 9, and for some odd reason, I don't fall asleep until like sometimes 11. Yet I wake up at 3. I wake up at 3. I just wake up at 3. I don't turn on an alarm clock. Whatever.
Hey,
Marty.
Yo, what's up? Dick.
3 a.m. wide awake.
Yeah. I mean, that's for me. Most of the time, it's normally like before 5, like anywhere from 4 to 5. Sometimes I'll get up a little bit early, but it most of the time I'm normally up around 4 to 5. But last night it was like 11 o'clock. I remember I was watching TV, and then Sarah and I finally decided we were going to go to bed. And then I look at my phone. I'm like, oh my God, it's almost 11 o'clock. I have to go to sleep. So that way I'm up early.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's good. How have you been, Marty?
Pretty well. Pretty good. I'm a weirdo, man. Like y'all talking about sleep and stuff. I don't know. I just have to get, as long as I get 5 hours or 6 hours of sleep. If I get like 7 hours, like I can't function. Or 8 hours, like I'm too groggy. I don't know. I'm weird. I'm a weirdo. So shoot, a lot of nights I don't go to bed till like 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock at night. Like I'll go at midnight at the gym when nobody's there, so I can just do retarded shit and nobody like laughs at me or something, I guess. So, and then go home and go to bed like at 1 or 2 and get up at 6 or 7, whatever. I don't know, but I'm peculiar in a lot of ways.
Well, that you are, Marty. That you are. No, that's the thing. I'm not groggy or anything.
And you get 8 hours of sleep, right?
Yeah, no. Like I work best on 6.
Yeah.
I don't know why. 6 hours for me is like, yeah, perfect.
Yeah, it's like 6 to 7 for me. I know like that who the hell was the one dude? His name was Matthew something. He did Joe Rogan and all these other big podcasts talking about how important it was to get your sleep in. Hey, Gov.
Hey, so
Hey, what's up?
Oh, I remember him saying about, and people would always talk about this, where it was like, oh, if you don't get 8 hours of sleep, then you're drastically reducing your lifespan. But like, first of all, I haven't read a lot of the research when it comes to like rest and recovery in that respect. I have heard people mention like your chance of injury skyrockets if you've had a bad night's sleep. But you know, like you said, 6 or 7 hours for me, plenty. I feel fine. But if I get like 8 or 9, then yeah, in some cases I feel groggy, and sometimes I just like don't feel any better than I did if I just got 7.
So I'm going to nerd out for a moment.
Go ahead.
Sleep cycles was something that I had looked into, and I don't remember every minute detail, but essentially the really high level understanding that I got was every 90 minutes you go through a full sleep cycle, and that starts with like you enter, I forget exactly what the cycles are, but I think
There's like
the
light,
horse-
REM, deep,
and deep, yeah, and
rapid
so
eye movement.
yeah, I think deep and REM actually might be reversed because it doesn't really matter, but one kind of primarily focuses on healing the body. And then you go into REM, which is where you dream, and nobody has a solid idea of exactly why you do it, but I've long thought this, and there is some research to back this up, is that dreaming is actually the way to heal your mind. Like dreams are actually really important. It like processes trauma, stress, all that sort of stuff throughout the day. And so it's actually better to wake up after a sleep cycle than wake up in the middle of it. So like 6 hours would be better than 7. But if you're going to sleep 7, try to sleep 7.5.
So
If that makes sense.
When I dream about your mom, it's doing me really good then.
Yes.
Awesome.
Some might say the wet dreams are the best dreams, I guess.
Oh yeah, I'm drowning in Marty's mother's wet dreams.
That's it. Yeah.
you two are terrible. Well, at least Marty's mom is getting a white Christmas.
Ayo.
Yeah.
Mom's getting a pearl necklace.
There we go. There we go. But how have you been, Gov?
I've been fine. I've been very busy, very active, very away from social media, minus, a couple DMs between you guys here and there and stuff, in the groups. But I've been out and active, just trying to improve my cardio stamina, because that just helps my overall well-being, I've found out. And I found out something really interesting lately, is that my stamina and energy has been greatly improved by ingesting. I've done a mix of bone broth, collagen, and just like a tablespoon of ghee butter just in there, melted in there. And it's a nice like morning coffee for me, and gets me going like better than anything ever has before. And it's kind of wild. So seeing something work as well as it does is kind of nice.
Well, that's good. I'm putting creatine in my coffee these days.
That too. I added
man.
creatine to the bone broth too. It's pretty nice
I'm
too.
a real man. Snort
Real man.
creatine. I mix it with my cocaine. Snort it.
Yeah.
Hey, Gov, is it true that you and Nuke tag team Pearl?
Jesus, Marty. Marty.
Oh,
Chill.
excuse me. Sorry.
Chill.
That's not that. Yeah, it's not the pearl necklace I thought you were talking about.
That's why Marty never gets invited to anything.
Yet here he is being invited on.
I'm working on a video right now. I was up until about 2 a.m. working on it, and it's just a doofy little for fun promo video I did for our show here, and it's very fitting with what you just said.
Video?
You what? Oh no, this one's. I'll send it to you guys. It'll probably be once we're done here. Probably be done early this afternoon, and
Nice.
it's funny, but with Marty on here, it's kind of perfect because he's in the video in a way
Oh,
too.
no.
So
Nice.
he's
Oh, you used did you use the Among Us thing?
no, it's hard to explain without spoiling too much of it, but you'll see it. You'll see it, and it's fun. It's just a for fun one, but maybe I'll post it on Twitter too, just to put it on my. Just to pin it.
I know I threw this in Dave Andrews's live stream for Scarred Thumb. I've been playing a fuck ton of Back for Blood, which is like the heir apparent to Left 4 Dead, and I'll tell you what. The game got a lot of hate initially, but man, is it fucking awesome. Like, I have enjoyed the fuck out of it. I think we should, that might be a post zero that we could do is everybody hop on there and just kick some ass, man.
Oh, heck yeah. I've never played it, but I'd be willing to do that. I like new games. I like trying new stuff out.
Yeah, I mean, right now, let me see. Okay, yeah. If you get the game and all DLC on Steam, it looks like $13.
I still want to get a PlayStation 5 and play Space Marine 2.
Oh yeah, I still need to check that out too. I haven't even been playing games a lot on my PS5. It's doing what my PS4 did and serving as a glorified YouTube player and movie watcher sometimes.
That's kind of what I'm worried about by getting a PS5, where it's going to end up doing nothing. Where it's like I play Space Marine. I'm probably gonna play Black Wukong because that looks awesome.
Yeah,
but like, if I'm gonna get a console, I want one of those 100-hour RPGs.
Yeah, that's the thing that got me. Like, I got the PS5, and like per Nuke's suggestion, I got FF16, and I absolutely loved it. So good suggestion there. But everything else that I've played has been literally imports from my PS4 to the PS5, because you can just take the games that you have digitally on there and you can import them over to PS5 now. So I play stuff. I still play older games because there's not a lot of newer stuff that really draws me in. Like the Dragon Ball game, I wouldn't mind checking out Sparking Zero. It looks like a lot of fun, but again, it's like, I don't know. I like to play competitive games, but I hate competing against too many people, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so they just announced Borderlands 4 and
Oh, yeah.
Borderlands 3, I just wasn't really that big of a fan of. Like, the characters were interesting, the gameplay was fun, but they didn't really build on top of Borderlands 2. So I'm hoping that with Borderlands 4, they did a lot more. Like, I got to get the Tiny Tina Borderlands game. I still haven't played that yet, but
Right.
I've absolutely loved the shit out of Borderlands 2. So I'm looking forward to that. But just like, I don't know, this year there weren't like, I can't remember recently any games that I played that really like hooked me to the point where I'm like, yeah, this is like one of the best games I played. That was like newer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly how I'm feeling about it too. It's like, and I've noticed all the games coming out like within the next year are all a bunch of sequel games. I'm thinking I need something original or different or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I say this as haven't been playing much on my PS5 because I go to the arcades, because the arcade near me, the Round One arcade, if anybody's familiar with those, they got a bunch of Japanese themed games. They got rhythm games. That's what I go for, obviously. But they got fighting games, all that cool stuff. And that's different enough for me. And I spend hours there. And heck, I get my cardio in that way. So, but that's the only thing that's kept me entertained lately.
Did you guys see Rob's new profile photo on Twitter?
The big bad giraffe. Oh my god, that's hilarious. He's fucking incredible, man. I love him.
I'm glad that
Cracks me
man is
up.
my co-host for a great many years.
For a good
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah, he's just like, I wish I could sit down with Rob like once a week and just drink a beer with him. You
Hey,
know?
it can be fixed.
Yeah.
I know a guy. I know a
Yeah.
guy.
Maybe if we all gather up and party down in Florida, we'll have to send Rob or buy Rob a ticket.
Oh my gosh.
Next week is the last red evening of the year. I mean, if you want, you can hop in. I don't mind.
Oh, you know what? I gotta work. No, is it next? Do I have to work next Saturday? 28th.
So Friday.
Yeah,
you
we're
know
gonna
what?
need you to
Maybe I
come in.
don't. Huh. Maybe I'll take you up on that.
Yeah, and so as it's looking right now, I'm hosting the Rule Zero end of the year one. So big shoes to fill, but
Nice.
let's make the best out of it. Yeah, I need to figure something out for the thumbnail.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah, what can you do about like this year? Like the political stuff, obviously that's like a big one, but there's so much other shit that happened throughout the year.
Yeah, I wonder, like, who was the first e-thought this year? Was that Nala? Like, I need a
Or was
list.
it
What happened
it was the
in-
calendar girls, wasn't it? It was like the conservative calendar
Oh,
chicks. Those
Yeah,
popped
like,
up
I
all at the beginning of
kinda
the
need a
beginning.
list of like what happened in January, February, March, April, May,
kids.
June, July, August, September, October, November. Like December's easy. No, wait. Yeah, December was the what was her name? We're already
Josie,
stopped.
the retarded libertarian.
Oh, that one too. That one
Yeah,
too.
she
No.
was. Oh gosh, yeah.
What was her name again? The one with the 1,000 dicks.
Laura something or something like that, or
See,
Lily
we always
Phillips?
forget
Lily
about her.
Phillips.
This is internet clout, boys. This is why we don't do red meat, because a week after you're already forgotten about her.
I know the
life.
face, but not the name. Yeah, exactly.
Lily
I think
Yeah, Phillips with
See.
an F.
one of my biggest tweets this year was over one of them. It was that Hannah chick that would go fishing she'd go underwater and she'd pull out a big fish with her hands and stuff.
Oh
and-
yeah.
And everybody's like, "Oh, she's so hot," and then I said she's a glorified Black Rifle Coffee Company ad. That's what she was, and it turned out she was too. Like you'd see in pictures of her, she'd have like a can in the background somewhere, and she was close friends with one of the people that worked for it. So, and everybody's like, "Oh, she's so hot," so I had to post a picture of her and her boyfriend, and I was like, Can y'all move on now?" And it was like, it's got like 3 million views or something like that, or close to it. And I was like, for my little account, I got a good laugh out of that.
Man, my most viral tweet was the one talking shit about Russell Brand, about calling him a doormat for neocons or something like that. That got a million
And
views.
gullible Christians too. Like I'm seeing
Dude.
people in my church groups, like it drives me nuts because I see right through it, but nobody else does, and I feel like I'm the crazy one, you know.
Oh my god, yeah, it's like being gaslit. But he literally just made his whole personality about converting to Catholicism or whatever. And like after being an atheist and a communist for the last like 20 years, now he's having this whole pivot to Jesus and just throws out engagement bait on Twitter about being religious, which like I don't have a problem with being religious, but like I have a couple friends who are Orthodox Christians that actually live over in your neck of the woods, Gov. And
Yeah.
like they said that like the way that he's gone about this is incredibly irresponsible. And
Yes.
I'm not one to judge because I'm agnostic. So I mean, I don't
Right.
know, but I have respect for people's beliefs and I have the utmost respect for my Orthodox Christian friends. And they look
Mhm.
at that and they're like, this kind of looks like a mockery. And like you're literally just doing this for clout.
And that's the thing that kind of drove me crazy about it the most too. It was him, it was Nala, it's any of those others that are supposedly conveniently converting over so quickly. And then the problem, I know, I say it on Twitter a lot too, but it's like they're popular or they're famous, and suddenly they convert, and everybody goes, "Oh, we need to look to them now because they're an inspiration." And I go, they literally just converted. They don't know what they're getting into just yet. And yet we're
Right.
putting them in the spot of a leader. And as the Christian that I am, it kind of, I watch it and I go, it's like letting like a child into a college room, like into like some kind of topic that he's interested in, like letting a kid into like an astronomy class in college and letting him teach, and then going, "Oh yeah, he's so good. You can't say anything though, because that makes you the bad person. That makes you that makes you bad at astronomy."
Yeah.
Knows all the planets.
Yeah.
X runner. Yeah. Now you are beef with PDB, the Greek. Yeah.
Who's that?
Mr. The fuck trophies.
Oh,
for
yeah.
clout gone
Oh,
wrong.
How dare they abuse images I post online for the internet to be abused? How dare they?
Yeah.
Wasn't
And
that
then
the guy that, yeah. Go ahead,
someone
go,
called
sorry.
for us to be doxxed because I said fuck trophies for clout. And you know what? To PDB's credit, he did say I've never doxed anybody and I wouldn't do it. And he insisted on calling me a drunk, which like at that point yesterday, I hadn't even had a drink yet. Like it was like 10 or 11. But as soon as my wife and I went to go get tacos, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna have a fucking margarita flight for this motherfucker. So of course, took a picture of it. It was about 2 p.m. I want to say I had my first drink. And guess what? That was all I drank that day. I should have just got like trashed and then just, like took a picture of my dick and put it on Twitter or something and be like, here's it for the world.
No, save that for later.
Yeah. I'll put it in the
Share all our
chat.
pictures.
Yeah. Oh man.
So on a complete side note, since the conversation kind of died, I was shopping for my daughter. So my eldest daughter is actually going to New York, which has cost me quite a bit of money. So I let her know, I'm like, that's pretty much your Christmas gift, but I will get you something else. And I ended up getting her, and I got to be quiet. Hopefully she doesn't fucking hear me. I picked her up like an old 3DS game. I think it was like Mario Party Island something or other. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So I got her that, but I was walking through the store, and when you go through, I don't know if it's the same in the US, but when like Walmart has like a book section, but they're always like a mix and match of like shitty books nobody ever reads. But every now and then you find a diamond in the rough, and it was a book on mixology. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And it was kind of like a Homer bowling ball-esque gift, because I had just like loaded up for the Christmas holidays. Like, I don't drink that often. But during the Christmas holidays, like when I get off of this with you guys, I'm going to go bake and day drink. It's going to be fucking awesome.
Nice.
That's great. Oh,
But
Life is good, boys. Life
Yeah.
is good.
oh yeah.
I'm winning, Dad.
She's 16, so her mom was like, are you sure? And blah blah blah. I'm like, listen, she's been making me like Ryan Cokes since she was like 13, and she's really good at it, surprisingly. So I was like, in a couple years, like she'll be old enough to get her smart serve and bartend. I'm like, I'm investing in her future, which really is just, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've given her the book. I've stocked up on booze, and while I day drink, she's just going to be so excited that she's going to mix drinks for me all fucking day. It's going to be awesome.
Nice.
Oh, I love your alcoholic
Cool.
plan. Beautiful.
Bartending still is one of those professions where I'm like, I would love to do it. I can get to be social all day, make drinks for
Yes.
people, talk to people. I think I could do it. Just have my own little bar called Trophies.
Ah,
Somebody in the
That's
chat
awesome.
thought about that. I was talking about bartending, and somebody all of a sudden drops it. He's like, hey, Trophies. I'm like, motherfucker. That's actually
Yeah.
pretty good.
I miss kind of back in the day when I was like 21 to like 23. I used to have parties at my house, and this is like when I first got my house or like my garage apartment. God, I was such a bad tenant. I would have so many people over my house, and I was like the bartender. I'd always mix people up drinks, and people always told me I was really good at it. But yeah, Jack, just like you, I'd get to be social. I'd get to bullshit with people. Like I genuinely enjoy going out to restaurants by myself and like sitting at the bar, just bullshit with the bartender. If there's somebody there, just bullshit with them. Like that shit, I enjoy it. I'm a people's person. Like I like now granted, when I go out to Walmart and I see people typically immigrants, I'm a little bit less of a people person, but whenever I go out to like bars or
They
something
need to
like
go
that,
back.
yeah. Hawk is dragging me in his direction. But whenever I go out, I am a very, very like gregarious person. I do enjoy socializing with people quite a bit.
No, same
I
here.
feel like
same
you get kicked out of Walmart because they're like, you don't work here. You're not a greeter. Leave.
Ah,
Stop
life is
harassing
good.
our shoppers.
Jesus. And Marty just
You
stays
should
at
open up a
Walmart,
bar
filthy
when you
little
move
rectum.
to- You should open a bar when you go to Costa Rica when you move there, Jack.
Oh yeah, like I've been looking at American Samoa. That looks pretty cool. Costa Rica, of course, yes. Greece seems nice, but I love Florida. The idea of Florida too, because then I can
Florida's
hang out
nice.
with you guys. Where it's like that
Yeah,
would be amazing.
Florida is just like, in my opinion, the greatest part of America. I love it there. There's a reason why I've gone there so many times over the last like 5 years. I love it so much. I find West African immigrants a million times friendlier than white Native Americans. Yeah, I don't know. It depends. I have met some people who were immigrants that, I mean, like even people that I went to college with, I'm still really good friends with, that were good people that moved here from Mexico. And then I've definitely had like white older people who are just like, I would punch you in the face if I could get away with it, but I don't. But like, if I'm ever at the store and I'm trying to get in and out, there's nothing that makes me like a mentally violent person than people who just like walk super slow. Like, get the fuck out of my way. I walk fast, I talk fast, I work fast. Move.
I mean, I don't care if they're friendly. They don't belong here. I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't care. I don't care how friendly they are. They don't belong here. They didn't come from here. They need to go back. Done.
Just make sure they don't take this shortcut through the Christmas market on their way out.
Exactly.
Seriously, yeah.
Holy shit. And again in Germany, and it's been every year they have one. And this guy was also on the radar of the German police. You get what you fucking deserve. I don't care anymore. They need to go back. It's done. The war in Syria is over. Go back. The far right is winning everywhere. Go back. It's done. We have armed guards on the train in the Netherlands, for fuck's sakes. Sorry to get riled up, but I am just so fucking sick and tired.
I wish there were people who had the sack for that kind of shit. And that's people get all excited about it, but man, I think I already know how this all goes. Unfortunately, like I think the first time somebody sees an armed person carrying out some old little fucking Hispanic lady, people are gonna lose their stomach for it real quick. I mean, it's the right thing to do, but I just don't think people are gonna have the stomach for it, and I definitely don't think Trump or any of the leaders coming up have the sack to fucking go through it, especially not Trump.
Same in the Netherlands. Yeah. So we got a little bit of a bordered Tsar here as well. She's more of an empress, the border empress, and she's like, no, they got to go back. We're done. Close the borders, whatever. And the left is all up in our ass about like, have you talked to the children at these asylum seeking centers? Have you talked to the children? She's like, no, don't care. Yeah. They got to go back. And the left is all like, see how heartless this woman is and blah, blah, blah. It's all appeal to emotion. And I'm like, fuck off. Like every time, think about the children. No, it's not just children that get here. They're a fighting age adults that get here.
Well, it's more like they use the children basically to keep themselves there.
Like that's the that wasn't even from Syria or something. Remember that stupid photo? The dead boy on the beach that apparently they moved.
I remember that.
Yeah, there's so many different false flag and propaganda things like that they throw out there just to kind of pull at your heartstrings because they know, once again, if you can, people love using kids as emotional shields. Like we were just talking, or like X-Runner said with that PDB, you know, and all of us criticizing him are basically condoning, you know, the picture of his daughter, you know, that whole situation. It's like, no one's saying that. What we're saying is, who put your daughter in that situation in the first place? Yeah, everybody agrees it's wrong, but why would you put your daughter in that position? If she wants to, you know, if she's an adult and she decides to go throw herself out online, okay, that's fine. But like, let her make that decision.
You notice, not to be a complete asshole, but notice how they always use children once they're like pretty and adorable and that kind of like target age range of like 3 years old to like 7. They don't seem to give two shits while they're still in the womb. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Excellent point.
Yeah, there is something really funny about like that where you know
like
the
double homicide thing. You know, you can abort a baby, but then if you kill a woman with a baby inside, then you get double homicide. So I don't know which one is it.
Yeah, she gets to choose whether it's a life or not.
Yeah. Leave it up to her discretion. So you know what, gentlemen, what does everybody have planned for the next week or so? And Jack and Stripper, do you celebrate Christmas over there?
Canada, they do. And here it's becoming more and more popular, but I remember like celebrating Christmas with my mom and stuff like that. We used to do it, but through the years, got kind of, I don't know. We kind of stopped doing it. I get to work on Christmas Day just for a couple of hours in the gym, so that's nice.
Nice.
And second Christmas Day, I'm gonna watch a couple of movies with friends. But that's about it. I had one Christmas. This is kind of gut wrenching, but I had a girlfriend at the time, and I invited some friends, and we decorated the table, and we like had the whole dinner and everything. And then I looked over her shoulder, and I saw that she was texting her ex. It's like, Oof.
Oh, man.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Christmas in Canada is pretty
Oh,
much identical to the US, except you guys don't have Boxing Day, do
I
you?
don't know. Except it's gayer
No.
up there, I heard.
Yeah, so Boxing Day, I'm trying to remember where the hell it came from. Doesn't really fucking matter. But anyways, we've adopted Black Friday from you guys, which is ridiculous because our Thanksgiving is in October, but we still follow suit with the Black Friday thing because, capitalism, yay. But our Boxing Day is essentially the day right after Christmas, so the 26th. Everything's closed except for retail, and it's basically the day where everyone exchanges the gifts they didn't want for store credit to get all the Christmas gifts that are now on like 50-75% off. Like Boxing Day can get fucking ridiculous here.
Wow. See, that's an interesting concept. I'm reading about it right now too. Yeah, that's really interesting because here it's like December 26th is the day where everybody goes and spends their gift cards that they got on Christmas Day, to go get whatever they wanted to instead. But I like that idea too. You get something you didn't like, go ahead and go exchange it for what you do want.
Oh yeah, we do that too with the gift cards, but the best thing is like the day before, the 2 days before, it was 75% more expensive.
Right. Yeah. That's
It's like that
interesting
meme of where it shows like the price tag saying like $99.99 and like nobody cares, and then like on top of it or the bottom picture it says like 99 or 110, and then they scratch out 110 and put 99.99. Everybody's
Yeah.
fighting over it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, 100%. That's Boxing Day in Canada. It's a good day.
I'm really disappointed because I was in my mind. I was picturing Boxing Day was where you got drunk with your family and then put on the gloves and just fought each other.
No,
I always
just
thought
called
that
Christmas.
too. Yeah.
That's any 12 to 17-year-old boy's Christmas day with his brothers out at the back rink if you have one. It's actually cold enough. The temperature's kind of been shit the last few Christmases where we've kind of had a green Christmas. When I was a kid, it used to snow a lot more and be a lot colder. But this Christmas, if this temperature keeps up, you'll see backyard rinks being made where like dad just goes out and the kids and they stomp all the snow down and then slowly coat it through with ice. And then eventually like you got a backyard rink going on. Then you'll get some, well, they're not boxing matches, but you'll see some kids throw down the gloves.
Golly.
I don't know.
So I keep looking over to the left. I'm pretty sure my oh, by the way, Merry Christmas, Brandon. Thank you. My 18-year-old mini pin, I think this kind of makes me really sad actually, but I think she's kind of on her last legs. Literally and figuratively. She's doing pretty rough. She's like skin and bone. She's not eating as much. And she's making it almost sounds like a cat meowing in the other room, and I can hear her really loud. And I'm thinking maybe in the new year we're gonna have to finally put her down, which makes me really sad because I've known about her, spent time with this dog for like the last at least 10 years, and she's been under my possession and care for the last 3 years, literally 3 years as of like a couple days ago. So kind of bummed.
Yeah, I thought it was governor's cap, but
can you hear that?
No, yeah, I could too, but yeah, no, mine's right here, just looking up at me by the table here.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering what that was too, because I was like, that's not mine.
Did you guys just hear it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we heard it
Wow,
before.
I can't believe it's that loud.
it is. Poor critter.
Oh yeah, dude, it's sad. I love her dearly, but her paw, she has arthritis in her paws, so like when she walks, her like fingers of her paws all twist this one way, and like she can't raise her head up real well. She's 18 years old, so I mean, she lived a really good life the last she lived a really good life the last 3 years, and at a certain point, I think we got to call it, and I think we're pretty damn close to that point, which.
Yeah.
I mean, when we first got her, we thought it was going to be like 6 months and she was going to be done. But, it's 3 years later. I took her to work with me for a long time. And, when we first got her, she was like, she could hardly walk because her nails were rolled over because whoever had her beforehand didn't take good enough care of her. But you cleaned her up. She had fleas and lived a really good life. And, she was to the point that she would like run. like as a like 16 or 17-year-old dog, she would go into full bore sprints. It blew my mind. And then just like over the last year, she just got severely worse. Like she can't see or hear anything. I always joke that she navigates around with her ears, not because she can hear with them, but like when she walks near something and her ears hit it, then she knows she has to move. And like I have like a retaining wall on my back porch, and there's like a little spot where it's cut open where there's like a step down from like the walkway and from my backyard onto my back porch. She'll go up to the wall and she'll think she's standing on the step and she'll jump down and she just biffs it. It's kind of funny looking, but she just fucking biffs it so hard, and I'm scared she's gonna fucking break something.
That's like
That's
one of the
nice.
funniest videos is the old dog where it goes to jump on the couch, but they move the couch and it just wipes out.
Oh,
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully that didn't bum out the stream too much, but it just hearing her do that just kind of made me think of it. But
Oh.
she's still like drinking and moving around. So
that's good. Well, I mean, we're on the hour mark anyway.
yeah. So
Yeah, no, it's okay.
I think okay, yeah, Gov, what do you got planned for Christmas?
So, I kept debating whether I was going to go back down to Houston to see my family or not, and I decided just to stay on my side of town now this time around because I saw
True
most
family.
of them on Thanksgiving. So, I think the only thing I've got planned is I'll just spend it with my girl here.
Nice.
And I think I'll probably go to my church for a Christmas Eve service if they have one, because they've got really good like lessons and stuff like that. The church teaches like a lot of historical stuff, so that's why I like going to it a lot too. So it's really cool. But
Nice.
so I'm actually looking forward to that. That's one thing, and then gosh, Christmas Day will probably just be a nice kickback, relaxed day. I think I'm kind of looking forward to it because I think I might have told you all in the group chat, but with my work, I think I'm off for about the next, I'm off all this week and pretty much all of the following week. So I'm looking forward to not having to work for 2.5 weeks.
Man, I'm so jealous. There's so many people that I've talked to that were like, yeah, I got like the next 2 weeks off. And I literally only have Christmas Eve and Christmas Day and then New Year's Day. Oh no, I got the day after New Year's Day because I have a doctor's appointment the day after. So I got those 2 days off. So
Yeah.
this week I got 1 day on, 2 days off, 2 days back on. And then the following week it's 2 days on, 2 days off, 2 days back on.
Yeah. I was I got a kick out of it because, a couple weeks ago, my supervisor, she goes, now's the time to start figuring out what you want to do with your vacation hours because it's like one of those workplaces where you have to use your vacation hours by the
Use it
end
or
of
lose
the
it.
year. Yeah, use it or lose it, and then it just resets back to 40 at the beginning of the year. But I gain so much because I don't ask off very much because I work from home sometimes, so it was kind of beneficial. And I said I'm going to take advantage of that. I had like 56 hours to spend, so I took a couple half days, and then the rest of it took some full days. And my workplace already has, I think, the 25th all the way through the 1st off, and then what is it? Next week is like the 2nd and 3rd. After that, they said, we'll probably barely be doing any work that day, so that'll might as well be considered a day off too. So
Nice.
I'm actually really enjoying that, and keeping this job has been a really good thing for me. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it going.
Oh yeah, man. All right, Marty, you
Yep.
dicks for everybody.
Even though I am crude like that, I'm the wholesome family guy. So it's just spending time with the kids and the wife and just boring stuff like that. And yeah, I'm a hardworking man, so I don't really get much time off. I work like 7 days a week, and so I'm like off Christmas and New Year's. And so all you people with lots of vacation days, suck it, whatever, screw y'all.
Old Saint
That's
Nicholas.
it. So boring married man stuff.
Yeah, the wife and I got to travel around, not like travel, but we kind of have a little bit of running to do because we got to give my parents and her parents their Christmas gifts. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I'll probably do a Christmas show this week. I don't know if it'll be on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. Yeah, maybe Christmas Eve. I don't know. Maybe I'll do one Wednesday morning. I don't know. I haven't really decided. Just do like a quick half-hour stream, drink coffee with the chat and everything, which I did with Jack earlier. I always have like a shitload of drinks when I sit down to do the Sunday morning coffee and then post zero. I always have a protein shake, so I'm not eating on stream, and then usually a cup of coffee, and I have a diet pop up here. So
Yeah.
getting all the fluids in. Yeah, I guess we could probably call her there. So for those listening, thank you so much for subscribing. Commentovic on Twitter. Like I said, no plans this week. I'm trying to get the guys from Due Dissidence on for the 2nd. They haven't emailed me back, but if not, I got a couple other people in the works. Jack, what's up with you?
Boom. The last Substack. Please go check that out.
Hold on, let me highlight it. It's
The road to 1,000. Road to 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah,
road to
well,
1,000. That's it.
Road to 1,000. It's like I said, it's like being, I don't know, English second language, actually being considered right. There's just a lot that's coming together. Where I used to have like a blog in English when I was in high school and people hated it. And it's like, oh, it's all broken English and you suck and blah, blah, blah. And then years later, I'm here writing. And yes, I do have an editor, but it's like,
Oh, good God.
and I get paid for my writing. To me, is just, I mean, the year started out rough. It was, I'm not going to lie, it was rough. And now we're here. It's like, it kind of, I need to comprehend it a bit, where it's like, wow, people actually pay me for my writing.
Mhm.
You know, apparently it's good enough.
Nice.
Yeah, and there's
So-
going to be more to come. I do need to write the last post of this year, which I will probably be doing as well. Like, I've got a notebook with me at work, so probably gonna do a lot of that. And other than that, watch a whole lot of movies during Christmas. Spending Christmas Eve with Watson and his girlfriend. That's gonna be fun. Probably getting pizza. I don't know. Probably.
Not hard.
Yeah, gonna watch Scrooge with Bill Murray.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah, my mom's gonna be cooking a whole bunch of stuff, so I'm looking forward to that. And then we'll do some games and stuff up at my in-laws' house. Stripper, what's up with you? Where can everybody find you and support you? Sorry.
You can find me on Substack. I'm done for the year. Fuck it. I'm spending the next 2 weeks drinking, cooking, baking, spending time with my kids. It's going to be fucking awesome. I got to work from home, but like my job is really contingent on other people in my organization, and they're all off. So I technically have to be at work, but like I'm going to be doing fuck all. So it's great. And yeah, you can find me on Substack. I'm not writing any more shit till the new year. But I think I know what I will write about first to break in the new year.
For sure. Gov.
I've got trying to think. I don't really have much happening right now. I've just kind of been doing my own thing, practicing rhythm games and improving my stamina and all that. So haven't been able to post much online, but I mean, I've got that fun little Post Zero video that's going to come out in a little short bit here. But other than that, yeah, kind of like a Stripper there. I'm not going to really be doing much at all, I think, for even the rest of the whole freaking year. So just enjoying you guys' company, and that's about it.
Nice. Marty, go ahead, and then I'll you know what, Dante. what's up?
Hey,
Better late than never.
Yeah, we're just about-
Dante!
Hey, good.
he just came on to say subscribe to Jack's Substack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
subscribe to Jack's channel on Substack. Subscribe to Kyle's stuff.
Thank you. Yeah.
That's all
Yeah,
I'm here for.
Marty, go ahead and plug your stuff, and then I'll let Dante plug whatever he wants to plug as well.
Yeah, I have a Substack, and it's pretty much blank. So you can go subscribe to it if you want. I do have a notebook. I've got like 10 different things to write about once I get time to just sit still and be able to put my thoughts to pen or paper.
They're
or
all
whatever.
dick drawings.
Well,
Yeah.
that too.
It's like the Stars Superbad.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the book. So, but no, that's the thing. Next year, I'm try to get more involved and do more stuff, and try to get a lot of those tweets that get like 1 million or 2 million views, and pay for my kids' college with that.
If you could figure out how that works, Marty, please let me know, because I've been trying, and like my Twitter traffic is way the fuck down. I had one viral tweet, and like ever since then, nothing. So, yeah, Dante, what's up, man? Go ahead. We'll let you take us out.
Everyone have a Merry Christmas. I hope no one on the panel or no one we know goes crazy this year. Um, I know that's a tall order, but hold the line, you know. So yeah, subscribe to Jack's channel, subscribe to Kyle's channel, because these guys are actually doing this. You know, they're making an effort. Marty and I, we're not. Subscribe to Strippers Substack,
That's right.
because like they're actually here bringing, to quote Nick August, bringing value. So, do give them your support, makes me happy. So.
Nice. All right. Well, I think with that, everybody, Merry Christmas. You'll see me probably in a few days. And, like I said, Merry Christmas and everybody, Happy New Year. Thanks, everybody, so much for tuning in. And until a few Sundays from now, take care.
Knit.